Second PUC, 10th chapter, Heaven If You're Not There on This Earth, is written by Kuvempu. Kuvempu is a well-known poet of Kannada. This poem was written in Kannada and it was translated by C. Naganna. Kuvempu's original name, it is a pet name, Kuvempu Venkatappa Puttappa, Kuppalli Venkatappa Puttappa. Kuvempu belongs to 20th century. He is a greatest poet of the 20th century in Kannada literature. He is the first among who received the Gnanapita Award for Kannada. His work for Sri Ramayana Darshanam, the writing of the great ancient Indian epic Ramayana into modern Kannada. And the person who translated this poem into Kannada, Dr. C. Naganna, is a well-known poet. He has brought out more than 20 books in both Kannada and English. It is a very easy poem. Heaven If You're Not There on This Earth, 14 lines poem. The first line itself says, raise a question to the readers. Heaven, if you are not there on this earth, where else can it be? To the readers, this is a question. The theme of this poem and what this poem is totally on the views of the poet Kuvempu. It is his imagination. It is his imagination. In this poem, Heaven, if you are not there on earth, where else it can be? Means one concept is there among human beings. Heaven, when we speak about heaven, the concept of God will come, the concept of angels will come, the concept of good things will come. The person who do good to others, he will enter heaven. The person who thinks bad about others, he will enter hell. That concept is there. And one more concept, heaven means it is there up of the sky. Because all religious books, scriptures speaks the same thing. If you are not there on this earth, according to Kuvempu, he is saying heaven is on earth, means in nature. The poet Kuvempu beautifully explained that heaven is not somewhere, the skies, but here on this beautiful earth. He gently questions in the second line that if heaven is not here on earth, where else can it be? This is a question for the readers. And if you go through this poem, you will understand the poet Kuvempu breaks the myth of heaven in this poem. Breaks the myth of heaven in this poem. What does it mean? The concept of religious, the concept of religion, what it speaks, he is breaking here. He argues that man has always had a vision of heaven, which is only attainable after his death. Yes, we all believe after our death we enter heaven or hell according to our deeds, namma karmada mele. It is popularly believed that heaven is a place filled with beauty and one can have anything one wishes for. There are beautiful and nymphs who are waiting for us there to welcome to the heavenist. But Kuvempu says that heaven is here itself on earth, and it is up to man to transform this place called earth, to transfer this earth into heaven, it is depend on man. Man dreams of all powerful God who is flawless of heavenly nymphs, but according to the poet, there are only fairy tales. ಇವೆಲ್ಲ ಕಟ್ಟುಕತೆಗಳು ಕಣ್ರಿ ಅಂತ ಕುವೆಂಪುರವರು ಹೇಳ್ತವ್ರೆ. No one knows, no one sees according to the existence of God. Understood, no? No one knows, no one sees about the existence of God, but definitely man has the capacity to transcend this heaven on earth, and man has to overcome his limitation and his negative thinking attitude and attempt to reach the godly perfection. The hunger, war, strife, pain, poverty and suffering that we see around us, man's selfishness and greed. If man has been created in the image of God, he has to strive for godly qualities which can transform this earth into heaven, means blissful heaven. Here in this poem, the poet attempts to justify his view that heaven, if does not exist here on earth, where else can it be? This is the second line. For this, he describes so many things. He says, if we, the third line of the poem, if we ourselves are not gods, then there will be no gods. If we ourselves are not nymphs, nymphs means apsarayaru, you can call it as angels, they are not on earth, where else they be? Means the all good qualities, everything is surrounded by us only. We are everything, we can create it. So Kuvempu has given the so many existence, the beautiful nature. He has given the so many examples to justify his statement. What was that statement? That is our poem. Heaven, if you're not there on this earth, where else it can be? He wants to justify, that's why he is giving the clear picture of the heaven on the earth. That's why he speaks about the nature, the beauty of the nature. In which form? Roaring streams, the rolling surf at the edge of the waves. Yeah. The silvery moon, the splendor of harvest. The sunlight spilling its golden light. The tender, understood, no? Means ಎಳೆಯಾದ ಬಿಸಿಲು ಬೆಳದಿಂಗಳಿನಲ್ಲಿ ಒಂದು ಗಾರ್ಡನಿನ ಮೇಲೆ ಬಿದ್ದಾಗ, ತೋಟದ ಮೇಲೆ ಬಿದ್ದಾಗ, you can see the beauty of nature of heaven. These qualities he wants to say you, the lush gardens which all are very captivating the sights. Instead of running after all heavenly things, man needs to get in touch with himself in order to approach the beauty of nature. He wants to lead a happy life. God has given man the ability to create a heaven on earth, if he so wishes. Means everything in his hand. And the Kuvempu speaks about what does it mean. So many reasons he has given. He said, if the poet who showcased the ever beautiful earth with all its charming beauty, the poet makes us to realize the beauty of earth by his songs of nectar. What is the songs of nectar here? His poem. Songs of nectar means poet can create anything, poet can write anything. Poet can write anything. Understood no? What I am saying you? He brings to the reader's mind these glorious of heaven on earth. Because of poet's description of this amazingly beautiful earth in this poem, we all could feel and imbibe its beauty on this earth. He proudly says that, it is the last line of the poem, he proudly says, the poet adds the imbibing and the spilling, the song of nectar points the beauty of earth to everyone, thus creating the heaven on earth. He proudly says it is the poet who makes the earth appears heavenly. When people read it, feel as though they have drunk nectar. It is because of him. It is because of this. This is the end of this poem. See, nothing is there in this poem. Just one thing, that heaven, if you are not there on this earth, the concept of Swarga and when the concept will come in our mind, we think about religion. We think about religiously. Heaven means we know that it is a place where there is no need to work. Everything will come free. Angels are waiting to welcome the heavenist. Angels are waiting. And we know that when we enter heaven, we will meet God. We will see the angels. We will see the beauty of the heaven. Everything we get. Because we have sacrificed a lot on this earth. We did not do the sin on the earth. Okay, we did not enjoy our life. And that's why the God will give in the substitute of that enjoyment. He promised to give the heaven. That concept is there. But here in this poem, the Kuvempu breaks the myth and he says the heaven is on earth, because we ourselves, we are struggling, we are loving, we are showing sympathy, we are doing everything, we are suffering a lot, we are enjoying a lot. Everything is there on heaven. We ourselves, we should take it as we are the gods, we are the angels. Everything is there on earth. By seeing the beauty of the nature, he has given so many examples. See the beauty of the nature. See the tender sunshine, how it falls on the garden. Roaring surf, ಸಮುದ್ರದ ಅಲೆಗಳನ್ನು ನೋಡಿ, ಸಮುದ್ರವನ್ನು ನೋಡಿ. You can't see all those things. And also he speaks about, at last he speaks about the power of the poet. He can do anything, he can write anything. That much power is there in his writings. This is the end of this poem, that's all. But wherever you write, you should write according to poet, according to Kuvempu, his imagination, okay, his views. It is up whether you will accept it or not. It is up to your mark, okay. This 6 marks, 4 marks question will rise from this chapter, very important one.